This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Hi there, this is Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving the flavors you savored. We only use the freshest ingredients for our salads, sandwiches, pasta, and pizza, guaranteed. Plus, don't forget about our award-winning Liquid Gold Ranch and Champagne Cake. Also, keep an eye out on our social media where we release limited time pizza specials like a pickle wrap, sweet corn, and buffalo chicken pizzas, just to name a few. See you soon at Polley's in downtown Grinnell.
With rising premium costs, you might be tempted to pull back on how much insurance you carry. But it's still important to have robust coverage from a company you can rely on in case disaster strikes. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. We've been a trusted source for quality insurance since 1909. We offer both personal and business insurance products, and we can help protect what you value most. You can trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual. For more information, visit grinnellmutual.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to Tri Church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign, they are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
My name is Tommy Hexter, and I'm running for the Iowa State House to represent Poweshiek and Tama counties. I will work to reinvest in our public schools, provide tax breaks and incentives for small farms and small businesses, enhance our state parks, and build healthcare access in our rural communities. I believe in a bright future for all Iowans. Learn more at hexterforiowa.com. Paid for by Tommy Hexter for Iowa.
The definition of sportsmanship is the quality of showing fairness.
Respect and generosity towards the opposing team and officials.
The things you say and do are a direct reflection of your school and community. Please stay positive and enjoy the game. And enjoy the game. Enjoy the game.
Hi there, this is Joey Polly, third generation owner of Polly in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving the flavors you savored. We only use the freshest ingredients for our salads, sandwiches, pasta, and pizza, guaranteed. Plus, don't forget about our award-winning Liquid Gold Ranch and Champagne Cake. Also, keep an eye out on our social media where we release limited time pizza specials like a pickle wrap, sweet corn, and buffalo chicken pizzas, just to name a few. See you soon at Polly's in downtown Grinnell.
With rising premium costs, you might be tempted to pull back on how much insurance you carry. But it's still important to have robust coverage from a company you can rely on in case disaster strikes. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. We've been a trusted source for quality insurance since 1909. We offer both personal and business insurance products, and we can help protect what you value most. You can trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual. For more information, visit grinnellmutual.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are gonna love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
My name is Tommy Hexter, and I'm running for the Iowa State House to represent Poweshiek and Tama counties. I will work to reinvest in our public schools, provide tax breaks and incentives for small farms and small businesses, enhance our state parks, and build healthcare access in our rural communities. I believe in a bright future for all Iowans. Learn more at hexterforiowa.com. Paid for by Tommy Hexter for Iowa.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grinnell Tiger postseason volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Live from Grinnell High School, the Tigers are in a Class 4A Region 3 regional semifinal, and they are hosting the North Polk Comets tonight for the right to move on to the regional final, which is next Tuesday, October 29th, at the highest remaining seeds gymnasium. How you doing? Chris Jr. here with you alongside Dan Walker. Glad to have you with us on this Thursday night. And finally got some rain. Some rain's rolling through, so that's good to see. But we've got exciting volleyball inside here in Tiger Gym. Both teams come in with pretty much identical records and very similar styles. We'll talk about that in a moment. We'll first of all cover our sponsors that we've been talking about all season long. We really appreciate their support. They include Polly's Pizza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, Proline Building Company, Weldon Drywall, Prairie Lakes Church, Build a Better Grinnell, Latitude Signage and Design, Mayflower Community. Our scoreboard sponsor is Kurt's Collision Center, and our game sponsor is Brett Nickel, State Farm Insurance. Also, you see our business card sponsors in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. In addition to all of those that I mentioned, you also see Grinnell Firestone, Turnkey Realty, and then we go down to Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, Coriel Photography, and Prairie Lakes Church. So North Polk, out of the Raccoon River Conference, coached by Stephen Boss, they come in with an overall record of 15-17. They beat Mason City in a regional quarterfinal on Tuesday at North Polk. They beat them 3-0 for the right to advance to this game here at Grinnell. Grinnell had a first-round bye. They are the second number 2 seeded team. North Scott of Eldridge is the number 1 seeded team. They are hosting Clinton tonight. North Scott coming in at 27-4, and Clinton is 5-22. And again, the 2 winners will meet then on Tuesday, October 29th in the regional final at the highest seeded schools home gymnasium. But first things first, Tigers of North Polk are talking to Coach Stephen Boss before a game. Very, very similar teams. They scouted each other. Coach Zach Ceresa said the same thing. It's almost like looking at a mirror. They are led by senior outside hitter Nia Bunkers with 163 kills. Peyton Wester is their libero defensive specialist, a 5'6" junior with 237 digs. Jenna Krantz in the middle is a 5'10" junior with 71 blocks. And Quinn Niram is their setter, a 5'5" senior setter, has 341 assists and also 39 aces for Coach Stephen Boss. For the Grinnell Tigers, they are led by Coach Zach Ceresa. They come in at 16-14. They've had a week off. They played last Thursday in the WAMAC Conference Tournament, where they lost to Center Point Urbana and then Solon in that tournament. So they've had a week of practice and a week to get things ready to go. They are led in kills by sophomore Kendra Knowlton, a 5'7" sophomore, has 235 kills. Right behind her is senior Mackenzie McClellan with 215 kills. Then we have Kayla Lavender, a 5'8" senior with 68 kills, and Aiden Goslick, a 5'10" junior with 67 kills. In blocks, Aiden leads the team with 30 blocks. Mackenzie McClellan has 38 aces. Isabel Hart, a senior setter, has 629 assists. Kennedy Harms, a 5'4" senior defensive specialist, has 278 digs. And senior Reagan Stensrud has 120 kills and 11 aces. And we are getting set, about ready for the tip-off here. We're going to have the introduction of starting lineups and then the national anthem. And we cannot wait to bring this match to you. We'll take this break for our sponsors, take a 2-minute break, come back, and say you're watching Grinnell Tiger Playoff Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hi there, this is Joey Polly, third generation owner of Polly in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving the flavors you savor. We only use the freshest ingredients for our salads, sandwiches, pasta, and pizza, guaranteed. Plus, don't forget about our award-winning Liquid Gold Ranch and Champagne Cake. Also, keep an eye out on our social media where we release limited time pizza specials like a pickle wrap, sweet corn, and buffalo chicken pizzas, just to name a few. See you soon at Polly's in downtown Grinnell.
With rising premium costs, you might be tempted to pull back on how much insurance you carry. But it's still important to have robust coverage from a company you can rely on in case disaster strikes. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. We've been a trusted source for quality insurance since 1909. We offer both personal and business insurance products, and we can help protect what you value most. You can trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual. For more information, visit grinnellmutual.com.
Number 10, Caitlin Cleaver. Number 12, Casey Jesse. Number 15, Anna Fidelka. Number 15, Emma Schmidt. Number 16, Lynn Hiram. And now the reserves for the Tigers. Number 1, Ruby Freeman. Number 3, Annie Ford. Number 5, Karen Stallman. Number 8, Kendra Knowlton. Number 12, Aaron Sherman. Number 13, Lauren Loudon. Number 14, Caitlin Math. Number 15, Emma Smith. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the match. First for North Polk, number 3, Emily Johnson. Number 5, Ian Bunkers. Number 7, Jaden Mule. Number 11, Avery Hertz. Number 14, Janet France. Number 17, Becca Agard. And the libero, number 4, Peyton Westra. The comments are led by head coach Steve Moss. And now the starting lineup for your Grinnell Tigers. Number 2, Caitlin Smith. Number 4, Ian Gosselin. Number 6, Mackenzie McClellan. Number 7, Kayla Lavender. Number 9, Isabel Hart. Number 11, Reagan Senbrew. And the libero is number 10, Kennedy Arms. The Tigers are led by head coach Zach Sarisa. Will everyone please rise for your caps, face the flag as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, the national anthem being played by PA announcer Dave Schaefer, and we are set for volleyball. One surprising note on the starters, the number 17 Becca Agard for the North Polk Comets, 6'3" right side senior hitter. Hasn't got a lot of playing time, but maybe as of late they have been. And I coached basketball for a long time, and we always tell our players, well, for a big person, a tall, you go right at him. Well, Coach Zach Ceresa said that's the difference between volleyball and basketball. You want to try to stay away from that right side as much as possible, so we'll see how the Tigers play it. And now the umpires, Bob Fess was our chair umpire, longtime Pella coach, longtime umpire. He's even done some Big 12 line judging, if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing some Iowa State volleyball games. So we are in good hands. And line judges are all supplied by the girls' union when we get to the playoff trail. So you see the officials in the whites with the flags. And we are just about set. Looks like Grinnell is going to serve first. And here we go, our first game. It's best 3 out of 5 to 25. And our first game brought to us by Brent Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Caitlin Smith starts us off, and here we go. Playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. There's a set. Back to the big A-guard. Gets it up and over. Free ball for Grinnell. Set by Hart to the middle. Pounded back. Played back by North Polk. Right in the middle. A swing by North Polk. Played up by Grinnell. Now it's set back to McClellan. Tip ball. Played up by North Polk. Now it's set to the left side. Ball hit up. Nice save by the Tigers. Coming over was number 2, Caitlin Smith. Smith with another pass. Hart with a set over to Stensrud, and she drops it down, but it's out. Right idea by Reagan Stensrud. Tried to find the opening there right along the baseline, the sideline, but was just out. And North Polk gets the point, and they lead 1-0, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Oh, no. They ruled that the official waved his flag, but they gave the point to Grinnell. All right, I missed that, didn't see what happened, but Tigers get the point. My apologies. Service up by Grinnell, played up by North Polk. There's a set, a free ball coming up and over. Tigers on the attack, short set in the middle, blocked back by the North Polk defense. That was Kayla Laverne trying to get that one over. Nice block in there. For the North Polk Comets, I believe that was Jade Newell in there. And now the Comets set to serve. We are tied at 1. Servers up, passed up by Grinnell. Set to Hart, over to McClellan. Big swing, blocked and out of bounds. So that's a point for Grinnell. Tigers lead 2-1. Again, it's rally scoring in volleyball. Aiden Gosling checks in for Coach Zach Ceresa, replaced Kennedy Harms. Best 3 games to 5 to 25. You must win by 2. Serve up. There's a bump and the set to the middle and a big swing by North Polk. It's blocked, but falls down on Grinnell's side. That was Jaslyn Rasmussen, a freshman middle hitter, getting that, and it's tied up at 2. Comets set to serve. Emily Johnson is the server for the Comets. Now check that, 13, Ava Kudelka, the server. Over now to McClellan, big swing, she tips it. Nice dig out by the Comets. Big swing by North Polk, and it is out. Ruled out on the swing, right idea. The spot was open, just missed it wide, and Tigers lead 3-2. Again, I talked to Coach Stephen Boss, the North Polk coach, and he said it's amazing how similar these two teams are. He expects a tight match all the way. Wouldn't be surprised if it went to 5 games. Tigers get a free ball over to North Polk. They can go on the attack. There's a set. Back to the middle. Hit back by North Polk. Hart with a set. To McClellan going up. Big swing and drops it in. Behind the defense. McClellan gets the kill and Tigers are up 3-2. Again, long way to go in this one. And as I say some terms, for those of you maybe just watching volleyball for the first time, I'll explain like short set and some other things. What I'm talking about here as we go through this. There's a bump by North Polk. Big kill attempt. Played up by Bunkers, but dug out by Grinnell, but couldn't save it. Diving for was Caitlin Smith. Again, it's not always how hard you swing, although those are exciting and fun to look at. You hit them where they ain't, as the famous baseball player once said. And North Polk, it should be, okay, they did correct the score. It's 4-3. I thought Grinnell had 4, so Grinnell still leads 4-3. Hart with a set to the middle. Big swing by Gosling off the block, and that was a great example of a short set right there. If you notice the regular sets, the ball goes way up in the air, gives his hitters on the outside times to go to it. A short set is just that. The ball doesn't go up as high, and the idea is to get the ball and have your hitter hit it, usually the middle hitter to hit it, before the defense gets set, and that was a great example of it right there. 5-3 Grinnell. Set to the middle. Played back, and that's just long by North Polk. Jenna Krantz on that kill attempt made it just long. Leads the team in blocks with 71. Tigers open up a 6-3 lead. Served by the Tigers into the net. That was McClellan hitting that in the net. And that'll be a point for North Polk, and also the Comets will get the serve. A couple of people checking in. Becca Agard checks back in, the 6'3 senior. Always have to recognize where she is at. There's a serve by North Polk, bumped up. Hart to the set to Knowlton. Knocked back easily by the aforementioned Agard. And falls on Grinnell's side. It's a point for North Polk, and it's 6-5. Grinnell with the lead, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Comets to serve. Big serve goes long. Avery Hurt that time, a senior setter. A little stronger on the serve. It's a point for Grinnell. Tigers lead 7-5. Now Kennedy Harms back in. You can tell they're the libero because they are in the different color jersey. Harms with the serve. Bumped up by North Polk. Back set. Big swing. Played up by Grinnell, and it's going to drop out. That was Nia Bunkers, the senior outside hitter. Leads a team with 163 kills. And now Bunkers goes back to serve. Coming in is Emily Johnson, the senior outside hitter for North Polk. Bunkers with a serve. Played up by Stensrud. Set to Hart. Knowlton, big swing off the block. And falls out of bounds, and that's a point for Grinnell. It's 8-6. Tigers with the lead. Again, it's best 3 out of 5 to 25. You must win by 2. If they get to that 5th game, it goes to 15. Again, winning by 2. There's a pass, a set. Tipped over by Agar, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with the back set to Stensrud. Big swing by Reagan, and she gets it to go down. They ruled it out anyway. And you saw the North Polk player kick it with her foot. That is legal to do. You don't have to always hit it with your hands. If you can hit it with your foot, and I've seen it off elbows, off shoulders, off of heads, it just however you get it over, it counts. Served by Grinnell. Set over now. Nice diving play by Tigers to keep it in play. Stensrud with a set back over, and they're going to call a violation. It's a two-handed hit on the Grinnell. And it's 9-7, Tigers with the lead. Now Jaden Uhl checks back in for North Polk, replacing the libero. Peyton Westra, and Comets to serve. Played up by Harms. Set to Hart. Stensrud, big swing, blocked right back in her face by Becca Agard at 6-3. Falls on Grinnell's side. It's a point for North Polk, and it's 9-8. Grinnell with the lead. Game number 1 of our best 3 out of 5 high school playoff volleyball. Grinnell Tigers in a Class 4A Region 3 semifinal. Chris Junie Dan Walker along with you here on a Thursday night from Grinnell High School. Hart with a set. In the middle to Knowlton. She tries to bump it up and over. Couldn't get the snap and get it through, and it's tied up at 9, and Coach Zach Ceresa wants and gets a timeout. 9-9 tie game. You're watching high school playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
The score of any game is generally forgotten over time,
but the actions of players, coaches, and fans are remembered.
Sportsmanship is an attitude that can have a positive influence on everyone around you.
in the stands and on the court.
How do you want to be remembered?
Support your team positively and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game. And enjoy the game.
Back here at Grinnell High School, 9-9 is the score. Tigers led about 1 point by 3, but North Polk has battled back to tie it at 9-all here in game number 1. The other semifinal night, North Scott is hosting Clinton over at North Scott Eldridge. And the two winners This winner and that winner will meet in the regional final. Big swing by Stensrud, blocked up by North Polk. There's a set back to Johnson. Johnson with a swing, dug up by Grinnell. Set to Hart, over to Knowlton. Big swing, dug up nicely by North Polk. Tipped over by the Comets, saved by Grinnell. Hit the speaker, and that could be played. The Tigers couldn't get to it, and North Polk takes the lead, 10-9. Their first lead of this first game. Comets on the serve. There's a set to Hart. Over now to Stensrud. Big swing. Stensrud off the block. Again falls on North Polk's side, and we are tied up at 10. Reagan Stensrud unofficial with her third kill of the night. And Tigers will get the serve. Caitlin Smith sets the serve for Grinnell. Smith bouncing the ball, and here we go. Serve is up. Pass up by North Polk. There's a set back to the big girl. She takes a swing, and right down the line, Becca Agard gets it to go. And North Polk takes the lead, 11-10. Agard now checks out because she doesn't play back row. I'm sure Tiger faithful and coaches and players are happy to see the big 6'3" senior have a seat on the bench. North Polk to serve. There's a service error. Into the net it goes. Quinn Niram with that service error. Tigers get the point, and we are tied at 11. Kayla Lavender set to serve for Grinnell. Here's a serve up. Lavender puts it in play. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set. Big swing. Tipped off the net, or a hand of Gosling. Couldn't see, but it falls on Grinnell's side. And it's a point for North Polk. And they lead 12-11. Ava Kudelka in the serve now. Nia Bunkers checks in for Emily Johnson. Bunkers leads the team in kills with 170, 63 kills. There's a swing by Grinnell. McClellan with a big swing. Gets the kill, and we are tied up at 12. So far, this match is going just as Coach Stephen Boss and Coach Zach Ceresa thought it would. Very tight, back and forth the whole way against two evenly matched teams. Stensrud with a big serve. There's a set. Played up and over by Bunkers. Set to Hart. Here comes McClellan, big swing. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set again to the right side. Played up by Grinnell. Hart tips it up and couldn't quite get it. Pass was a little long right at the net and couldn't control it. North Polk gets that point. Now the Comets back to serve. Libero Peyton Westra set to serve for Coach Stephen Boss. There's a set over to McClellan. Big swing. Tipped off of two players. Out of bounds. McClellan gets a kill. And we are tied at 13. Knowlton checks in for Grinnell. And McClellan back to serve. Again, the winner of this moves on to the regional final next Tuesday for the right to go to the state tournament. There's a set, and we had a violation on North Polk. They called a lift on it. Coach Stephen Boss not sure about that one. Kind of looks at the floor ref and has a look of bemusement or bewilderment on his face. And in volleyball, only the captain can address, and that's what is happening now. Quinn Niram is a captain. Only they can address the chair official. The coach can tell the captain to go address him, but the coach themselves cannot address the official up in the chair. There's a serve, an ace by McClellan. Played off North Polk, and Tigers back in front by 2, 15-13 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Tomorrow night, of course, Grinnell Tiger football closes out the regular season at Fairfield. We'll have that for you audio style, radio style on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. There's the bump and the set. Big kill attempt by Bunkers, played up by Grinnell. There's a set to Knowlton, big swing, off the block again. We've seen about 4 or 5 points from that Tiger left side where they've had the swing and North Polk gets the block, but just a piece of it goes out of bounds. And Tigers up by 3, 16-13. And North Polk, Coach Boss is going to get a timeout. 16-13, Grinnell to lead. Playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
We're helping build your dreams at the ProLine Building Company.
Back here at Grinnell High School, game number 1, Grinnell leads 16-13. Chris Juni alongside Dan Walker, high school playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Speaking of that, check out our website, tigerslsn.com. You can see our broadcast schedule. We also have links to all of our broadcasts, both the video and the audio versions. We also have an app you can get from your favorite store, Tiger Sports Livestream Network app. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in Tiger Sports Livestream Network in the search bar. Come to our homepage, hit subscribe. We'd appreciate that. And you can watch us and see us in many ways. There's a big swing in the middle that time. Jenna Krantz, 5'10 junior middle hitter, put the ball away in the back row. And Grinnell leads 16-14. Both coaches have used their timeouts. They get 2 per game. Coach Cerisa used one earlier. Coach Boss just got done using one. Now North Polk with a serve. There's the pass. Set to Hart. Over to Knowlton. Big swing, and she hammers it home. Not able to be controlled by Ava Kudelka. Big swing. And Knowlton gets the kill, and Tigers back up by 3, 17-14. Now Kennedy Harms, the senior libero, into serve for Grinnell. Harms with the serve. Bumped up by the Comets. Set to the right side. Kill attempt swing. Back in play. A back set to Stensrud. She fires it and just long. Reagan couldn't quite get the snap. She tried to get her wrist through. When they hit it, they have to not only follow through with their arm, but then snap their wrist down to get that downward trajectory. Just couldn't quite get it all put together and just long. And North Polk gets a point. Serving now is Nia Bunkers for the Comets. There's a set by Hart. Tipped up and over. Looked like maybe Hart was trying to maybe do a quick dink over. But that falls to Grinnell's side. It's a point for North Polk. And it's 17-16. Again, best 3 out of 5 to 25. If we get to the 5th game, it goes to 15. You have to win by 2 in all instances. Nice serve by Bunkers. There's a set by Hart. Over now to Knowlton. She tips it up. Played up nicely by North Polk. Back to Bunkers. Bunkers takes a swing. Dug up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over to Knowlton. She tips it up and down, and that was out of bounds. Set a little bit far. Those barbershop poles, the red and white striped poles, you can see those on your TV. Those are the out of bounds. If it goes behind that, then you hit it across. That is out of bounds. And we are tied at 17. North Polk scored 3 straight. There's the set. Knowlton, big swing. Dug up nicely by North Polk. There's the set. Over now to Johnson. Johnson hits a dug up by Grinnell. Over now to Knowlton. Big swing by Knowlton. Dug up by the Comets. There's a set to the middle. Blocked back. Big swing by Becca Agard. Knowlton, I think, got the block. Couldn't see who it was. Falls to North Polk's side. Big point. And the best point of this game won so far. Tigers get it. They lead 18-17. Now serving for Grinnell. There's a service ace by the Tigers. That's number 9, Isabel Hart, the senior setter. Father Shane, an assistant coach for Zach Cerisa. Tigers up 2, 19-17. Hart set to serve. Fires and bullet, dug up nicely by North Polk. There's a set over now to Johnson. Johnson takes a swing, dug up by Grinnell. Hart tracks it down. Over to Knowlton. Big swing, bumped up by North Polk. There's a set now, and a free ball coming over. Tigers have a chance to go on the offensive here. There's a back set to Stensrud. She hammers it down. Stensrud from that right side hammers it home, and Tigers up 3, 20-17. Hart set to serve again. Bullet serve. Trying to chase it down is North Polk, but they can't do it. It's 20-17. I think Coach Boss wants and gets a timeout. 21-17, Grinnell with the lead. You're watching high school playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Back here at Grinnell High School, 21-17, Tigers with the lead in game number 1 here of our high school regional semifinal. Of course, tomorrow night we'll have the last regular season game of Grinnell Tiger football. The Tigers make the long trip down to the southeast part of the state, about an hour and 55-minute drive down to Fairfield, Iowa, where they will take on the Trojans. Playoff spot on the line. The playoff pairings will be announced on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. We'll have our game broadcast starting at 7 o'clock, pregame at 7, kickoff at 7:30 tomorrow night. Radio style, audio only on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Hart with the serve up, bumped it by North Polk. There's a set to the middle, over now, dug up by Grinnell. There's a set back, Stensrud gets a swing blocked by North Polk, and that's going to be ruled 4 hits. So it's a point for the Comets, and they close the gap to 21-18. Jenna Krantz, a 5'10 middle hitter, leads the team with 71 blocks, back to serve for the Comets. Krantz serves, dug up by Grinnell. Back set to Knowlton from the right side. It's blocked by North Polk, but spun down the line. Jaden Uhl had the block, but it spun off her hand, went right down the net line. You got a good look at that. And Tigers get the point, and it's 22-18. Caitlin Smith back in the game, the 5'6 sophomore. Smith set to serve for Grinnell. Bump up by North Polk. Set to the back. Tipped back and over by Grinnell. That was right on the line. You can't reach over the net to make the play, but if it's even on the line, you can tap it. And that's what Grinnell did. Up over Agard. It is 23-18. Grinnell with the lead here in game number 1. Smith to serve. Bump up by North Polk. Set over to Johnson, and that one gets to go. Just found the opening again. Wasn't a hard hit, but either she took a peek when she went up or one of her teammates told her which hole to hit it in, and gets it to drop. Comets get the point in the service, 23-19. They are back to serve. Nearham to serve now. Bumped it up. Hart with a set. Over down to McClellan. Big swing, and it's long. Right idea. McClellan tried to go down the line, but was just a little bit wide and a little bit long with it. Point to the Comets is 23-20 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Again, our first game brought to us by Brent Nichols, State Farm Insurance. There's a short set. Bumped up by Grinnell and played over. That was Kayla Lavender getting that to drop over. It is now game point as Tigers are at 24-20. Lavender goes back to serve. Grinnell Tiger fans on their feet on game point. Lavender with the serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's the set to the middle. Big hammer. North Polk says, not so fast, my friends. Jaden Uhl with a big swing and kill. Hold off 1 game point. 24-21. Comets to serve. Back to serve number 11, Avery Hurt. 5'6 senior setter. Hurt gets the serve. Up and over. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Hart. Short set to Gossing in the middle. Block back. Uhl with the block. Blocks it back. Good swing by Aiden, but a good block by Uhl. Point for North Polk. It is 24-22. Comets to serve. Ball is up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Back set to Stensrud. Big swing by Stensrud. Tipped up and around. North Polk has it. They play it up and over. Hart with a set. Over down to McClellan. Big swing. Dug up nicely by North Polk. Tipped off the setter's hands. Falls to the ground, and that'll do it. Grinnell gets the first game 25-22. We'll take this break, and we will say you're watching high school playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to Try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments. So no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
My name is Tommy Hexter, and I'm running for the Iowa State House to represent Poweshiek and Tama counties. I will work to reinvest in our public schools, provide tax breaks and incentives for small farms and small businesses, enhance our state parks, and build healthcare access in our rural communities. I believe in a bright future for all Iowans. Learn more at hexterforiowa.com. Paid for by Tommy Hexter for Iowa.
Sometimes I worry. Sometimes I'm scared.
Sometimes I'm overwhelmed.
Sometimes I cry.
And that's okay, because sometimes is not all the time.
It will be okay. You got this.
You got this.
You got this.
Hi there, this is Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving the flavors you savor. We only use the freshest ingredients for our salads, sandwiches, pasta, and pizza, guaranteed. Plus, don't forget about our award-winning Liquid Gold Ranch and Champagne Cake. Also, keep an eye out on our social media where we release limited-time pizza specials like a pickle wrap, sweet corn, and buffalo chicken pizzas, just to name a few. See you soon at Polley's in downtown Grinnell.
With rising premium costs, you might be tempted to pull back on how much insurance you carry. But it's still important to have robust coverage from a company you can rely on in case disaster strikes. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. We've been a trusted source for quality insurance since 1909. We offer both personal and business insurance products, and we can help protect what you value most. You can trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual. For more information, visit grinnellmutual.com.
Back here at Grinnell High School alongside Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni. Game number one in the books. Tigers get the win 25-22. They lead 1-0. That first game brought to us by Brett Nichols State Farm. Our second game brought to us by Brett Nichols State Farm Insurance. Appreciate Brett's support for the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network, as we appreciate all of our sponsor support over these past few years. Game number two is set to go. North Polk will start the serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart gets a set, tries to get it over to Stensrud. Big swing by Reagan. Off the block again. Uhl was there, but just couldn't quite get it. Tipped off their hand. We've seen a lot of points drop that way, where they get a piece of it, but it goes out of bounds on North Polk's side of the court. That's a point for Grinnell, and they lead 1-0. Caitlin Smith, 5'6" sophomore, now set to serve for Grinnell. Smith puts it up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Short set in the middle. Uhl with the kill, blocked back by Grinnell. Another big swing by the Comets. Set to Hart, over to McClellan. Big swing blocked down that time. Number 8, looks like Jaslyn Rasmussen. Pardon me, Jaslyn Rasmussen got that block there. We are tied at 1 apiece. Again, the winner moves on to the regional final for the right to go to the state tournament next Tuesday night, October 29th, facing the winner of North Scott and Clinton. That's going to be called a two-handed pass by Grinnell. They hold up 2 fingers. And that's a point for North Polk, and they lead 2-1. Comet set to serve. Serve up and into the net. Ava Kudelka with that service error, and it's 2-2, all tied up. Kayla Lavender back to serve for Grinnell. Lavender with the serve up. Set to the middle. Over to the right side to Bunkers. Played back by Grinnell and gets it to drop. Wow. McClellan just kind of stuck her hand out, looked like, and it just happened to fall right in the hole where North Polk wasn't, and Tigers get the point. They lead 3-2. Served by Grinnell, bumped up by North Polk. Played up and over by Bunkers. Set by Grinnell, over now to McClellan. Big swing. It's blocked down and falls down on the side of the net. Uhl and Rasmussen were there, but it falls down on North Polk's side of the net. Coach Stephen Boss telling them to make sure your hands are placed right. And it's 4-2, Tigers with the lead. Serve up by Grinnell. There's a back set. Big swing by North Polk off the hands of the Tigers. And that drops in for a point for North Polk. Comets now back to serve. Peyton Westra set to serve now for North Polk. Again, their overall record 15-17. Tigers come in at 16-14. Big swing by Stensrud. Right at Ava Kudelka. She bumps it up, but nobody else could handle it. Stensrud with another kill. And it's 5-3. If you follow the Tiger volleyball team for the last few years, it's good to see Reagan out there. Young players had all kinds of knee troubles as there's a serve into the net. Point for North Polk. I know one year she was getting ready to play. She tore her ACL in one knee. Missed that whole year. Came back the next year and then tore I believe, the same knee or maybe a different knee in the summer. Missed that year. Then came back last year for her junior. Played a little bit. And now getting to play full her senior year and doing great, as all these Tigers are. Bump up set. Back to Stensrud. Big swing. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set to Agard. And Agard mistimed it. You see her. She had to reach back and then arch her back backwards. Whenever you see a hitter arch their back and have to reach back to hit it, that's very hard to get on top of the ball and get the wrist snap to get the ball to come down and through, so it goes a good hard angle towards the ground. And that's what happened there. Point for Grinnell. They lead 6-4. That served just long by the Tigers. McClellan served just long. Again, line judges provided by the Girls High School Athletic Union. So we have 4 referees in these matches. And the Comets set to serve. Bunkers with a serve. Played up by Stensrud. Set to Hart. Over to Knowlton. Big swing. It's blocked right back at her. That time Jenna Krantz at 5'10" and Becca Asgard at 6'3" were right there. And it's a point for North Polk. Nia Bunker is only 5'6", but leads the team with 163 kills coming in. Bunkers with a serve. Serves that one into the net. Tigers get the point, and it's 7-6 Grinnell. Aiden Gosling checks out for Coach Zach Ceresa. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set to the middle. Big swing by the Comets. Dug up nicely by Grinnell. Set by Hart. Now back over to Johnson. Hit up by Stensrud. Set over to Knowlton. Big swing. That hit off the net and off a hand. Out of bounds. Knowlton gets the kill. And it's 8-6. Grinnell with the lead. Tigers finding holes in that North Polk defense thus far. There's a serve up by Harms. Bumped up by North Polk. Big swing by Bunkers from the back row. Played up by Grinnell. Set to Hart in the middle. Here comes McClellan. Blocked back by North Polk. Knowlton with a swing, and it gets it to go. Knowlton didn't wait for the set. Just went up, and the defense wasn't quite there. Got it past the block of Agard. And gets it to drop, and it's 9-6. Grinnell with the lead. Game number 2 of our best 3 out of 5. Grinnell won the first game 25-22. Harms to serve. Played up by North Polk. Played up and over, and that is going to drop in. What a play by North Polk to keep this one alive. Knowlton, big swing, blocked back at her, dug up by Grinnell. Set over by Grinnell, but Tigers made a call with a carry. Looked like they got Lavender that time with a carry. You have to hit the ball. You cannot push it up over your hand. You have to hit it. And the official's judgment, that's what Kayla did, so it's a point for North Polk, and it's 9-7. Comets serving. Set to Hart. Over to Knowlton. Big swing. And she gets a drop in again. It's almost like those back row players were surprised they got it past the block. You got 5-11 and 6-3 right there for the block. Knowlton found the gap between them and dropped it in. Tigers get the point. They lead 10-7. Now Hart back to serve. That goes just long. So each team having some service errors here. Checking in for North Polk is number 16, Quinn Nearham, 5'5" senior setter. Leads a team with 341 aces, also, or 341 assists, has 39 aces. Serve up, bumped up by Grinnell. Set over to Stensrud, big swing. Played up by North Polk, and they couldn't get to it. Setter couldn't get to it, drops in there. And that is going to be a point for Grinnell. Sub in, Knowlton comes out, and Caitlin Smith comes in because Knowlton doesn't play the back row. Just like Smith doesn't play the front row. Smith is set to serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's the set to the middle to Bunker. She plays it up and over. Tigers have a free shot here. Over down to McClellan, big swing. Blocked back by North Polk. Tapped over by Grinnell, played by North Polk. Set now to Johnson. Up and over, off the block, falls down, and the Comets get the point. Now checking in number 13, Ava Kudelka. Back to serve for North Polk. 11-9, Grinnell with the lead here in game number 2. As you see on our Curse Collision Center scoreboard. Set by Hart. Back to McClellan. Tips it up and over. Nice diving play by North Polk to save it. Now Bunkers tips it up and over. Played by Grinnell. Set over to McClellan. Big swing by McKenzie. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set to the right side. Big swing. Blocked by Grinnell, but goes down the line. Lavender had a piece of it, but spun down the net and fell on Grinnell's side. It's a point for North Polk, and they draw it within one, 11-10. Comets set to serve here. Serve up, dug up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. To Stensrud on the right side, blocked back by North Polk, dug up by the Comets, and spiked back by Grinnell. Coach Stephen Boss thought Grinnell reached over the net, but the officials are saying, no, they didn't, Coach. So Tigers get the point. It's 12-10. Lavender back to serve for Grinnell. Serve up by North Polk, played up by Grinnell. Just getting it over is Grinnell. Now North Polk on the attack. Bunkers a big swing, blocked back by Grinnell. Another big swing, tipped up by Grinnell. There's a set over now to Stensrud from the right side. She gets the swing, set to the middle, hammered down off of Hart, and Comets get the point, and it's 12-11. Back and forth we go, just like both coaches said it would be. Just like that first game was, 12-11, Tigers with a 1-point lead. Comets set to serve. Peyton Western to do the honors for North Polk. Bump set by Hart. To the middle, Gosling, big swing. Blocked by North Polk. Set out of McClellan, big swing. Tipped off the block again, but this time it falls on North Polk's side. McClellan gets a kill and Tigers lead 13-11. High school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Chris Jr. Dan Walker with you on a Thursday night from Grinnell High School. High school playoff volleyball. Class 4A Region 3 semifinal. There's a set by Hart. McClellan with a swing. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set. Over now to the right side. Big swing by the Comets. Dug up by Grinnell. The pass a little bit awry there. Falls to the ground. It's a point for North Polk. And it's 13-12. Comets sub in. Becca Agard comes back in. 6'3" senior right side player. And Comets set to serve. Pass by Grinnell. There's a set by Hart. Over now McClellan. Big swing, blocked back by Becca Agard. Also over there was Jenna Krantz. Again, 5'10" and 6'3" right there at that point of attack. And we are tied at 13. Service error into the net. It goes. Tigers get the points, 14-13. Tigers with a serve. Now back to serve is Mackenzie McClellan, 5'9" senior. leads the Tigers. They're second on the team in kills with 215. And here we go. Serve is up. Bumped up by North Polk. There's a set from the right side. Played back by Grinnell, and they're going to call what on North Polk? Net violation on number 5, Bunkers, that time. Coach Stephen Boss has his hands on his head. Can't believe what he just called. He's talking to the floor official, shaking his head. What's the point for Grinnell? They lead 15-13. There's a set to the middle. That was played and in. Nicely done by Jenna Krantz. Gets that kill. And it's 15-14. Now, Nia Bunkers back to serve. Emily Johnson, another senior hitter, in. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set back. Free ball over for North Polk. There's a swing by the Comets, and that was tipped around and misplayed by Grinnell. And we are tied at 15. What I mean by a free ball is instead of an attack like a kill or anything, the team just has to get it over the net, which is usually a relatively easy way play for the opponent to receive it. That's what I mean by a free ball. There's a serve into the net. Nia Bunkers. And Tigers get the point 16-15. All Coach Stephen Boss can do is put his head in his hands. Again, in closely matched teams like this, it comes down to the number of unforced errors. And Tigers get the benefit of that one with that service error. 16-15, they have the lead. That is ruled in. Just in. A service ace for Kennedy Harms. 17-15, Tigers with the lead. They won game 1 25-22. Harms set to serve. Gets it up, dug up by North Polk. Swing by the Comets, and Tigers get the point, 18-15. Coach Boss wants and gets a timeout. 18-15, Grinnell with the lead. You're watching playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Back here at Grinnell High School, Class 4A Region 3 Regional Semifinal Volleyball. Grinnell taking on North Polk. Winner moves on to the regional final next Tuesday, October 29th. The state volleyball tournament begins the week of November 4th at the Extreme Sports Arena in Coralville. But a lot of volleyball left to be played before we get to that point. Tigers lead 18-15 here in game number 2. Our game is brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Harms to serve. There's a serve up. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set. Over to Agard, and off the Tiger block. Drops in for a point for North Polk, and it's 18-16. Back to serve is number 16. I believe that's number 16. Let's see. No, number 14. Jenna Krantz for North Polk. Played up by Grinnell. Tigers free ball over for North Polk. Chance for them to attack. There's a set to the right side to Agard. Dug up by Grinnell. Tipped over by Grinnell. Set in the middle. Hammered down. Tipped up and over by the Tigers. Well done by Grinnell. There's another set to the Johnson to the far side. Tipped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Played up by Emily Johnson. Back set to Agard. Agard with a swing. Dug up by Stensrud. Going up with it is number 3, Emily Johnson. She gets it to drop. And it's 18-17. Comets closed within 1. Best 3 out of 5 games at 25. You must win by 2. And Comets set to serve. 2 straight points now by North Polk. Played up by Stensrud. Hart with a set. Over to Knowlton. Big swing by Knowlton. Dug out nicely by North Polk. Tried to tip it over quickly. Was Uhl rather. And Lavender just tips it back over quickly. Gets it to drop. Tigers get the point, 19-17. Isabel Hart to serve for Grinnell. Played up by North Polk. There's a set to the middle to Bunkers. Misplay that time by the Tigers. Bunkers gets a kill from the back line. If you can see that orange line, you can do an attack from the back row as long as the player attacking takes off before they touch that orange line there. That's called the attack line. They can land in front of it, but they have to take off behind it before they make contact. 19-18, Tigers with the lead. North Polk to serve. That drops in. That serve that time by Quinn Nerum. Leads a team of 39 aces. Now has number 40 at least, and we are all tied at 19. Nerum got that one to drop in. Here comes the serve from Quinn Nerum. Dug out by Grinnell. Set up and over by the Tigers. That's going to be a two-handed hit on Lavender. Zach Ceresa comes up to encourage his team. North Polk with the lead, 20-19. Nerum on a bit of a roll here. North Polk has scored 4 straight. There's the bump, the set. Over now to Knowlton. Tips up and over to find the hole. Dug up nicely by North Polk. Bunkers sets it up and over. There's a set. In the middle now, quick swing. Blocked by North Polk. Lavender has a block, and North Polk leads 21-19. Timeout taken by Grinnell. You're watching high school playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
We're helping build your dreams at the ProLine Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. ProLine is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the ProLine Building Company.
Back here at Grinnell High School, 21-19, North Polk with the lead here in game number 2. Again, best 3 out of 5. You have to win by 2. Tigers won the first game, 25-22. North Polk trying to even all up at 1 game apiece. Are getting some rain, I've been hearing and seeing on my app that rolled through earlier today. Also had a little bit of hail here in Grinnell. Nothing damaging. I think it was mainly pea size or smaller, but hail nonetheless. All right, 21-19, Comets with the serve. Nerum puts the ball up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Hart. Over now to Stensrud. Big swing. Dug up by North Polk. There's a swing back by North Polk, and that was Faith Sullivan, looked like number 6. Check that, number 8. That was Jasmine Rasmussen with the kill, and it's 22-19. North Polk with a 3-point lead. Comets have scored 6 straight points. Serve up, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over to Stensrud. Puts it back, and she finds a hole. Past the block and past the defensive player. And Tiger fans get a much needed, and the team gets a much needed point. It's 22-20. Back to serve is Caitlin Smith for Grinnell. Smith now set to serve. There's the ball up. Bumped up by North Polk. There's a set to the middle. Big swing by the Comets. Dug up by Grinnell. Hart with a set back to McClellan. She tips it up and over. Tipped by North Polk. Has to hit it over. This time tipped by Grinnell. Played back by North Polk to Stensrud on the right side. She hits it off the block. It lands in anyway. Tigers get the point, and they trail 22-21. Tigers trying to fight back and get back in this one. Here comes the serve from Caitlin Smith. Dug up by North Polk. There's the set. Big swing by the Comets. Dug up by North Polk. Over to Hart. Free ball over by Grinnell. Chance for North Polk. There's a set by Nerum. Big swing by North Polk. And let's see. Oh, they said it came down on Grinnell's side. I thought it looked like it came down on North Polk's side, but they give it to North Polk. They get the points, 23-21. Grinnell wants and gets a timeout. 23-21, Grinnell with the lead. You're watching playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Back here at Grinnell High School, 23-21, North Polk with the lead here in game number 2. Our game is brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Tigers won the first game 25-22. They lead 1-0. North Polk trying to even it up. Here's the serve by the Comets. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Hart. To the right side of Stenzer. Big swing block right back in her face. Nia Bunkers blocks it back. And North Polk now is at game point themselves. Comets trying to even this up at 1 game apiece. In this best 3 out of 5. Here comes the serve. Ava Kudelka with a serve. Up and over. Played up by Grinnell. Set to Hart. McClellan in the middle. Off the block. Looks like Jaden Uhl got that block. And North Polk wins this game 25-21. We are all tied at 1 game each. We'll take this break. And so you're watching Tiger playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
This is a story about science. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
My name is Tommy Hexter, and I'm running for the Iowa State House to represent Poweshiek and Tama counties. I will work to reinvest in our public schools, provide tax breaks and incentives for small farms and small businesses, enhance our state parks, and build healthcare access in our rural communities. I believe in a bright future for all Iowans. Learn more at hexterforiowa.com. Paid for by Tommy Hexter for Iowa.
Back here at Grinnell High School, alongside Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni. All tied up at 1 game apiece. Class 4A Region 3 regional semifinal volleyball between Grinnell Tigers and the North Polk Comets. Winner moves on to the regional final next Tuesday night. Tigers set to serve. Here we go for game number 3, our third game brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Big swing by North Polk, and they call Tigers for a lift. North Polk gets on the board. They lead 1-0. So Comets back to serve. And Quinn Nerum, who served them through, had about 7 or 8 serves in a row there where they scored those points and took the lead over Grinnell in that second game. And now the floor official is checking something I believe we're all set to play. Yes, he gives the ready signal to the chair official, Bob Fessler. And here we go. Serve up by North Polk. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Hart to Stensrud. Up and over the block. Played up by North Polk. There's a swing up and over. That's going to be 4 hits. Tigers get the point. And we are tied at 1. Lavender back to serve. Aiden Gosling comes in now for Kennedy Harms to play that middle. Aiden, of course, 5'10 junior. We know she can jump by virtue of her third place finish in the state long jump last spring in track. There's a block by Grinnell. Kill attempt by North Polk, and that time Emily Johnson gets it up and down. Comets get the point. They lead 2-1. So Comets set to serve now. All tied up at 1 game apiece. Serve is up, bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Hart. Gosling tries to tip it up and over. Blocked back by North Polk. Played up by Grinnell. Stensrud just gets it over. Free ball for the Comets. There's a set. Over now to Bunkers. Blocked by Grinnell. Played back by North Polk. Big swing that time. Blocked by Grinnell. Played back by North Polk. Bunkers swing again. Dug out by Grinnell. No, they say it was a carry. And North Polk gets a point, and they lead 3-1. Comets set to serve. Assistant coach for North Polk gives the server the place where to hit the ball. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over now to McClellan. Big swing by McClellan. And called long. Just long with McKenzie on that swing. And it's 4-1. North Polk with the lead here in game number 3. Comets set to serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Short set to Gosling. Big swing. Dug up by North Polk and still going. Huge swing by Gosling. Nice play by North Polk. Gosling again with a swing. Blocked by North Polk. Hart with a set. Now to McClellan. McClellan tips it up and over. Diving play by North Polk to keep it going. They tip it up and over. Tigers with his back set to Stensrud. Stensrud with a kill and gets it to drop down. Best point of the match so far. Tigers get a much needed point and they cut that lead in half. Now trailing 4-2. Back to serve is Reagan Stensrud, 5'10 senior for Grinnell. Serve is up, dug up by North Polk. Played back by Grinnell. And in the professor's opinion, the chair opinion, North Polk reached over the net to grab it. So the captain goes to talk to him. That is Quinn Neeram, asking for an explanation. And again, only the captain can do that. Coach Stephen Boss is like, our girl reached over, it was on our side, but the official didn't see it that way, so point for Grinnell. It's 4-3. Bunkers with the kill attempt, blocked by Grinnell, but goes out of bounds. Point for North Polk, and it's 5-3. Comets go back to serve. Peyton Westra, the junior libero defensive specialist, leads the team with 237 digs. Back to serve for Coach Stephen Boss. Serve goes into the net. Point for Grinnell. It's 5-4. Now McClellan goes back to serve, and Knowlton comes in for Caitlin Smith. McClellan back to serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's a set to the middle. Big swing by the Comets, played by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over to Knowlton. Up and over the block. Diving play by North Polk to keep it going. Comets just play it over. There's a set to Hart. Tries a dink set over, played by North Polk. There's a set in the middle. Kill attempt by the Comets, played up by Grinnell. Knowlton with a swing again. Tries to find the corner just a little wide. Point for North Polk, and it's 6-4 Comets. Checking in is Avery Hurt, 5'6 senior center, and Becca Agard, a right side hitter at 6'3. This is the lineup that gave Grinnell some fits last time. He had 5'11 player in the middle, Jenna Krantz, and you have a 6'3 player on the right side for blocking. Played up by North Polk. Bunkers with a swing off the block. Goes out of bounds. It's a point for the Comets, and they lead 7-4. Each team has won a game. We're all tied up at 1 game apiece. Best 3 out of 5 wins the match. So North Polk set to serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Plays it back over. Blocked by North Polk. Swing, and it goes out. Jenna Krantz was there, trying to do a quick swing, but just hit it out. Tigers get the point, and it's 7-5. Kennedy Harms back to serve for Grinnell. Harms with a serve up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Played over now. Big swing by North Polk. Dug out by Grinnell, but goes out of bounds over the net. It's a point for the Comets, and it is 8-5 North Polk. Johnson in now to replace Kudelka as Nia Bunkers goes back to serve. Serve is long by Bunkers. Point for Grinnell, and it's 8-6. Back to serve now for Grinnell is looks like number 9, Isabel Hart. Serves it up, dug up by North Polk. There's a set to the middle. Big swing by North Polk. That was Jenna Krantz. Gets it to go down, and it is 9-6. North Polk with a lead. Comets now to serve. Krantz with a serve. Set over now to Stensrud. Tips it up and over. Goes off of 2 players. They almost collided. Stensrud gets it to drop, and it's point for Grinnell. It's 9-7. Tigers back to serve now. Caitlin Smith in to serve for Grinnell. Ball played by North Polk. Swing in the middle, blocked back by Grinnell. Kept alive by North Polk. Free ball over. Tigers have it going the attack. Short set now to Stensrud on the far side. She gets it to drop. Found the hole at the back. Tigers get within 1, 8-9. 2 in a row for Grinnell. Caitlin Smith set to serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's the set to Agard. Tips it up and over. Diving play by Grinnell to keep it alive. Ball is up. Tigers have a free ball over. North Polk with a set. Now to the middle. Agard with a big swing, and it goes out. She taps herself on the shoulder, says, my bad on that. Didn't get that snap through. Coach is telling her, you need to start at the back and run to the plate and then swing through and snap the wrist. And we are tied at 9 here, game number 3 in this best 3 out of 5. Each team has won 1 game thus far. Over now to Johnson. Johnson gets it over, played up by Grinnell. Back set to Stensrud. Stensrud with a hit. Over now to North Polk. Agard tips it up and over, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. McClellan goes up, big swing. Off the block again. Agard was there, but hit it off the block, goes out of bounds. And Tigers take the lead for the first time here in game number 3, 10-9. Grinnell scored 4 straight. Serve up by Grinnell. Tipped up and over by Tigers, played up by North Polk. Johnson with a hit, and that's just a misfire. Sometimes that happens. Players just mishit them, and that happens. And let's see. They have the score as 10-10. Did they give that point to North Polk? Okay, yeah, they must have. Yeah, they did. And now our captain, McClellan, is asking, Zach Ceresa asked Captain Mackenzie McClellan to talk to the chair umpire to say what the call was there. And Bob Fessler, again, explaining to McClellan. And now she can go over and tell Coach Ceresa what was said. And Coach Zach says, all right, thumbs up, and here we go. So it was a point to North Polk. We are tied at 10. Niram with the serve. Into the net. It goes. Tigers with a point. 11-10. They take the lead here in game number 3. Aiden Gossing checks in now for Kennedy Harms to man that middle. Kayla Lavender back to serve for Grinnell. Lavender with a serve, and it hits the net as well. Back-to-back service errors by both teams, and we are tied at 11. Comets go back to serve. Ava Kudelka, 5'3" junior libero, back to serve. Ball is up. That goes long. 3 straight service errors. 2 by North Polk, 1 by Grinnell. Tigers take the lead 12-11. Reagan Stensrud setting out a serve for Grinnell. 5'10" senior gets that serve in. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set back. Up and over. Still in play. Set to Hart. McClellan with a big swing. Dug up by North Polk. And the Comets played over. Free ball for Grinnell. Hart with a set. To McClellan again. Big swing. Blocked back and out of bounds. That time Uhl and Krantz were there, but blocked out of bounds. Tigers get the point, and they lead 13-11. Timeout taken by North Polk. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hi there, this is Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving the flavors you savored. We only use the freshest ingredients for our salads, sandwiches, pasta, and pizza, guaranteed. Plus, don't forget about our award-winning Liquid Gold Ranch and Champagne Cake. Also, keep an eye out on our social media where we release limited time pizza specials like a pickle wrap, sweet corn, and buffalo chicken pizzas, just to name a few. See you soon at Polley's in downtown Grinnell.
Back at Grinnell High School gym, Chris Jr. Dan Walker alongside with you. High school playoff volleyball. Class 4A Region 3 semifinal between the North Polk Comets and the Grinnell Tigers. Check out our website, tigerslsn.com. You can go on there, find all kinds of information, namely our broadcast schedule, also with links to our video and audio broadcasts of all the Tiger events, both football and volleyball. And we will put the same up when we get to our winter sports season. We'll have the boys and girls basketball and wrestling up there for you as well. Our website, again, is tigerslsn.com. Tigers set to serve. Stensrud puts the ball in play. Dug up by North Polk. There's the set. In the middle now, swinging. Dug up by Grinnell. Over to McClellan. Big swing by McKenzie. Played off of Niram, out of bounds. Tigers get the point, and they lead 14-11. Volleyball, I know all sports require mental toughness, but I think volleyball almost more so than any other sport because you literally score points off of somebody's mistake. There's a pass up by North Polk. Big swing, blocked by Grinnell, but goes out of bounds. So North Polk stops the Grinnell run, and it's 14-12. But you literally have anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds before the ball is ready to be served again. So you have to flush it, get rid of it, and move on. North Polk with a serve. Played up by Grinnell. Hart with a set to McClellan. Big swing by McKenzie. Blocked back by North Polk. Stensrud diving for it. Couldn't get it up there and over. Good effort. But it's a point for the Comets, and it's 14-13. Peyton Westra, set to serve. Dug out by Grinnell. Free ball over for North Polk. There's a set to Bunkers, played up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Back over. In the middle, Bunkers puts it down. Played up nicely by Grinnell. Getting the ball over are the Tigers. Free ball for North Polk. We play on. Bunkers with a set. Played up by Grinnell. Over now to McClellan. Big swing by McKenzie. Up and over. Back set. That time by the setter. And a little bit too tall for Jalen Rasmussen. Tigers get the point. It's 15-13. I don't think any team has led by more than 3 or maybe 4 points in any of the games thus far. McClellan back to serve for Grinnell. Played up by North Polk. There's a set to the middle. Big swing by Krantz. Played up by Grinnell. Now Tigers on the attack. Back set to Stensrud. Up and over. Dug up by North Polk. Here's the set. Bunkers with a swing, and she gets it to go. Bunkers right down the line, finds the hole, and it's 15-14. Tigers with the lead. Aiden Gosling checks in for Grinnell. And the Comets back to serve. Number 11, Avery Hurt, to do the serving. Dug out by Stensrud. Hart with a set. Over to Knowlton. Big swing by Knowlton. It's blocked, but comes straight down. Man, Knowlton went right at the 5'11 Jenna Krantz and the 6'3 Becca Agard. Won that battle, gets the kill, and Tigers lead 16-14. Kennedy Harms now set to serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's a set. To the middle. Agard with a big swing. Played by Grinnell. Played over nicely by McClellan. North Polk on the attack. Agard gets the swing. Tipped by Grinnell. Played by the Tigers. Back to North Polk. To Agard again. Up and over. And she finds the hole down the line. Good job by Agard there to stay with it. Again, wasn't the hardest hit, but she found the place where the Tigers were not. It's a point for North Polk, and Grinnell's lead has shrunk to 1, 16-15. One game apiece here, best 3 out of 5. This is game number 3. Hart with a set. Over now to Lavender. Tipped up. Agard with a swing. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Knowlton goes up. That time could not get it past the block. Blocked back by North Polk. And we are tied at 16. Serve up by the Comets. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set to Knowlton. Takes something off at this time. Gets around the block and it falls over. Good job by Knowlton, the sophomore. Leads the Tigers in kills with 235. Said, all right, I've been trying to go through you and I'm going to try to go around you. She got it to go. And Tigers lead 17-16. Hart with a serve. Bumped up by North Polk. In the middle is Jenna Krantz. Big swing from the 5'11 middle hitter. We are tied at 17. Comets set to serve here. Ball is up. Dug up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over to Knowlton. Big swing. And Tigers wanted a tip. None is called. So it's a point for North Polk. It's 18-17. That tip call is responsibility of the officials in the corner on the same side as the kill attempt was. Served by the Comets. They lead by 1 in the game number 3. Hart with a set. Knowlton with a big swing. Big angry swing from Knowlton. Gets the kill, and we are tied at 18. Wow. Now Caitlin Smith checks in for Knowlton. And here we go. Knowlton set to serve. 18 all, game number 3. Each team has won 1 game. There's a set by North Polk. Tipped up and over. That was a bad pass. The setter tapped themselves. Said, yeah, that's on me. It's my bad. Tigers at the point, and they lead 19-18. Smith with the serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's a set back. 2 players collide. Bolton and Johnson, or Bunkers rather, and Johnson kind of both went for it. They're both right there. It falls to the ground, and timeout taken by North Polk. You're watching high school playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
With rising premium costs, you might be tempted to pull back on how much insurance you carry. But it's still important to have robust coverage from a company you can rely on in case disaster strikes. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. We've been a trusted source for quality insurance since 1909. We offer both personal and business insurance products, and we can help protect what you value most. You can trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual. For more information, visit grinnellmutual.com.
At Grinnell High School Gymnasium, each team has won 1 game. Grinnell won the first game 25-22. North Polk got the second game 25-21. And here in game number 3, Grinnell leads North Polk 20-18. Glad to have you with us on this rainy, finally some rain. You don't need the hail or the severe thunderstorms, but we'll take the rain. Thursday night from Grinnell High School. Class 4A Region 3 Regional Semifinal Volleyball. Caitlin Smith set to serve. Tigers lead by 2, 20-18 here in game number 3. Our game is brought to us by Brent Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Serve up by Grinnell, played up by North Polk. Going to be a free ball over. Tigers can go on the attack. There's a bump. Set to Hart. Short set in the middle. Big swing that time. Lavender coming in. Lavender gets the kill. It's 21-18. Smith set to serve here again. Ball is up, bumped up by North Polk. There's a short set to the middle. Big swing that time. Jaden Uhl, a 5'9" sophomore for Coach Stephen Boss. Gets that to go, and it's 21-19. Tigers with the lead. Now Quinn Nerum, the senior setter, has 341 assists and 39 service aces. And at least a couple of aces here tonight. Nerum serves the ball up, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set, tipped up by the Tigers. Over now to Johnson, tipped up by Grinnell. Back now to McClellan. McClellan, big swing, blocked down by North Polk. And it is 21-20. Again, back and forth we go. No team, I think, has led by more than 3 or 4 points in any one of these games so far. Nerum with the serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with the set. Stenzer with the big swing, blocked back. That was Jaden Uhl, gets that block. And we are tied at 21. Coach Zach Cerisa clapping and encouraging his team. Now North Polk has scored 3 straight to tie this up at 21. Nerum with the serve up, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set, over to Stensrud. Stensrud plays it over, set to North Polk. Big swing by Johnson, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with the set, McClellan big swing, tips it up, played by North Polk. Tipped up by the Comets, played back by Grinnell. Stensrud that time comes up before it barely gets over the net. She was on our side, so it's a legal hit. Gets it to drop, and that's a big point. Tigers take the lead, regain the lead, 22-21 here in game number 3. Lavender set to serve for Grinnell. Serve is up, bumped up by North Polk. There's a set. Big swing by the Comets. Off the Tiger block attempt. Drops in there, and we are tied at 22. Sub in now for North Polk. Ava Kudelka comes in for Emily Johnson. Kudelka set to serve. Server's up, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with the set. McClellan, big swing, blocked down. Right there for the block was North Polk, but it drops down on their side of the net. Tigers get the point, and they lead 23-22. Senior Reagan Stensrud serving for Grinnell. Serve is up, dug up by North Polk. There's a set. Bunkers tips it up and out of bounds. 24-22 Tigers are at game point here in game number 3. Looking to take a 2-1 lead over the Comets. Stensrud with a serve. Here we go. Bumped up by the Comets. There's the set. Middle swing. Played off. Nice big swing by Jasmine Rasmussen. A freshman middle hitter. Of course, what do coaches say by this point in the season? After 30-some games, you're not a freshman anymore. Point for North Polk, and Tigers still at game point, leading 24-23. Timeout taken by Coach Zach Cerisa. Will take one as well. You're watching Playoff Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Back here at Grinnell High School, A very full Grinnell Tiger side. Good to see a lot of parents here, a lot of fans, also a lot of students, including the Tiger football team, and we'll see them tomorrow night as they play their last regular season game down at Fairfield. We'll take the air right around 7 o'clock with our pregame. Kickoff at 7:30. We'll have the broadcast radio style, audio only, right here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. 24-23, Grinnell with the lead. North Polk to serve. Here we go. Ball is up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to Hart. McClellan up and over, tipped by Bondurant, or rather by North Polk. My apologies. There's a swing, tipped and blocked, goes down the line, and we are tied at 24 here in game number 3. North Polk has battled back, fought off 3 game points. We are tied at 24. Serve is up, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set to McClellan. McClellan puts it back, bumped up by North Polk. There's a set. Over now, big swing by Bunkers, blocked by Grinnell, but goes out of bounds. And now North Polk is at game point. They lead 25-24. Here comes a serve from the Comets. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a short set in the middle to Gosling. She hips it over and back. The players thought she was going to swing big, but Aiden just tipped it. They reached for it and poked it out, and we are tied back at 25. Nice play by Aiden, the 5'10 junior. 25 apiece. Again, you must win each game by 2. Serve up by Grinnell. That serve goes awry. Back to serving is Mackenzie McClellan with the service ace. Tigers once again at game point. They lead 26-25. McClellan waiting for the ready to serve, and their signal is given. And here we go. McClellan serve. Bumped up by North Polk. Short set in the middle. Big swing by the Comets, blocked by Grinnell. North Polk on the attack. Bunkers with a set back to the Tigers. Set to Hart. Knowlton up and over. Played up by North Polk. Swing and a miss, or rather a swing and a miss by Grinnell. Tigers thought they had a block. That was Rasmussen on that far side, and we are tied at 26. Back and forth we go. Game number 3. Each team has won 1 game. All tied up at 26. You must win by 2. Comets set to serve. There's a serve into the net. That was a miss. You can see that ball spin kind of funky. And Tigers, once again, at game point, 27-26. Knowlton checking in. And Harms with a serve. Serve is up. Played up by North Polk. There's a set. Over now to Bunkers. Blocked by Grinnell. Played up by Knowlton. Set back over by Grinnell. Set by North Polk. Blocked back by Grinnell. Bumped up again. Set to Bunkers. Big swing, and it goes out. North Polk wants a tip. And nothing is called. That's it. Tigers get the second game, 28-26. Take a 2-1 lead. We'll take this break for our sponsors and say you're watching playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. Proline is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
My name is Tommy Hexter, and I'm running for the Iowa State House to represent Poweshiek and Tama counties. I will work to reinvest in our public schools, provide tax breaks and incentives for small farms and small businesses, enhance our state parks, and build healthcare access in our rural communities. I believe in a bright future for all Iowans. Learn more at hexterforiowa.com. Paid for by Tommy Hexter for Iowa.
Hi there, this is Joey Polly, third generation owner of Polly in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving the flavors you savored. We only use the freshest ingredients for our salads, sandwiches, pasta, and pizza, guaranteed. Plus, don't forget about our award-winning Liquid Gold Ranch and Champagne Cake. Also, keep an eye out on our social media where we release limited-time pizza specials like a pickle wrap, sweet corn, and buffalo chicken pizzas, just to name a few. See you soon at Polly's in downtown Grinnell.
Back here at Grinnell High School alongside Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juney. Grinnell Tiger playoff volleyball here on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Check out our website, tigerslsn.com. We're also on Facebook. We are on X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, and other social media platforms. We also have an app you can download for your mobile device. And we are on YouTube. And how to get to us from YouTube, just go to YouTube, type in the search bar, Tiger Sports live stream network. When you come to our homepage, if you click that subscribe button, number one, we'd appreciate that. Number two, you'll then be given a notification every time the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is on the air. TigersLSN.com, our website with our broadcast schedules and links to all of our games that we have done for that particular sports season. In high school football tomorrow night, the Grinnell Tigers wrap up the regular season. They travel down to Fairfield to take on the Trojans. We'll take the air about 7 o'clock with our pregame kickoff at 7:30. We'll have the audio broadcast only, radio style, right here on the Tiger Sports live stream network tomorrow night. But now, we have volleyball. Tigers lead 2-1. Our fourth game brought to us by Brent Nichols State Farm Insurance. North Polk with a serve. Big swing by Grinnell. That was McClellan with a swing, and the ball went off the fist of a North Polk player, hit the chair official in the head. She looked up and said, "I'm sorry." He just shook his head like, no big deal, happens before. Tigers lead 1-0. Lavender with a serve. Bumped up by North Polk. Over to the right side. Free ball up, and that nice placement that time. Again, we've said it before. The big hard hits are nice and they're exciting to look at, but the goal is to hit them where they aren't, and North Polk did just that. That was Jaslyn Rasmussen, a 5'9" freshman middle hitter. That serve goes in the net for North Polk, and Tigers regain the lead 2-1. Reagan Stensrud, the senior, back for Grinnell. Stensrud, nice serve, dug up by North Polk. Here's the back set. Big swing and kill attempt by Rasmussen is wide. Tigers get the point, and it is 3-1. Stensrud, one of 5 seniors on the squad for Coach Zach Ceresa. Stensrud, bullet serve, nicely dug up by North Polk. Played up and over by the Comets. Tigers on the attack. Hart with the back set. Stensrud with a big swing. Off the block, goes out of bounds, and Tigers open up a 4-1 lead. Winner of this match moves on to the regional final next Tuesday, the 29th, against the winner of North Scott and Clinton. North Scott's the number 1 seed coming in. Big swing by North Polk, hit back by Grinnell, bumped up by the Comets. There's a swing from the right side, dug up nicely by Grinnell. Hart over to McClellan. She tips it up and over, played up by the Comets. There's a set to Bunkers. Bunkers' kill attempt is blocked, tipped by Aiden Gosling, but goes out of bounds off of Aiden. That's a point for North Polk, and it's 4-2 Grinnell. Becca Agard, the 6'3" senior right side hitter, comes in. Then Comets with the serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over to McClellan. McClellan hits it back, dug up by North Polk. There's a set over now to Bunkers. Bunkers' big swing, tipped by Grinnell, dug up by Grinnell. Over now to McClellan again. That kill attempt swung on and blocked right back at her. That was Jenna Krantz, again 5'11", and Becca Agard, 6'3", on that right side. They get the block. Point for North Polk, and it's 4-3, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Serve is up. Played by Grinnell. Short set in the middle. Gosling tips it over to the hole. Played up by North Polk. Again, short set. Gosling this time hammers it, but it goes long. Aiden couldn't quite get the spring, get up on top of that one. And we are tied at 4 apiece here in game number 3. Tigers lead the best 3 out of 5, 2-1. That serve is just long. Tigers get the point back. It's 5-4. Now Kendra Knowlton checks in. McClellan back to serve for Grinnell. McClellan with a serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's a set. In the middle to Agard. Tipped around by Grinnell. Knowlton with a big swing, and it's long. Couldn't quite get the top spin on that one to drop that one in. And we are tied at 5. Emily Johnson checking in now for the Comets. As Bunkers goes back to serve. Nia Bunkers, a senior, leads the team in kills with 163. There's the bump. There's the set to Gosling. Big swing, and Aiden comes flying in. My goodness. Look out below. Hits that off a North Polk player, and it's 6-5. Grinnell with the lead. Showing some of that long jumping ability she showed at the state track meet last spring. Set. Bunkers tips it up and over and gets it to go. I checked that. That was Emily Johnson. Johnson, again, we saw the big swing and hit by Aiden Gosling. Those are fun to watch, but the placement by Emily Johnson, not a hard hit, but very effective. And we are tied at 6. Served by North Polk. Hart with a set to the middle. Lavender gets the block. Set again to Hart. To Knowlton. Knowlton, big swing. Played off the net. That was hit off of Avery Hertz. And she did a good job of getting it up there, but cannot control it. Point for Grinnell. It's 7-6. Now Isabel Hart back to serve, the senior setter. Puts it in play. Hart gets a service ace. It's a point for Grinnell. They lead 8-6 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Hart with the serve, this time into the net. And a point for North Polk. It's 8-7. Jasmine Rasmussen checks in, the freshman. Had a fine game. And Quinn Neeram, senior setter, back to serve. Neeram serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Back to Knowlton from the right side. Tipped by North Polk. Played by the Comets. Short set in the middle. Swung on and out. North Polk wanted to tip again. Didn't get the call. It's a point for Grinnell. And it's 9-7 Grinnell. Caitlin Smith back in. Checks in for Kendra Knowlton. Smith set to serve. Tigers lead 2-1. Best 3 out of 5. Semifinal volleyball match. There's a serve up. And then short. Nice diving play by North Polk to get it in. Bunkers had a dive for it, but that threw everything off, and Tigers get that point, and they lead 10-7. Hart pounds the ball on the ground, and here we go with a serve. Dug up by North Polk. There's a set. Over now to Rasmussen. No tip called. Chair umpire Bob Fester thought that may have been tip. Looks at the official on the end line, and they don't signal the tip, so it's a point for Grinnell. It's 11-7 Tigers. Serve up by Grinnell. There's a set in the middle. Rasmussen with a big swing, and that time Jasmine Rasmussen, a good-looking freshman, gets the big swing and the kill. Stops the Grinnell run and gets the point for the Comets, and they trail 11-8. Jade Newell checks back in for North Polk. And back to serve is Ava Kudelka. Kudelka serve bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over now to McClellan. Big swing by McKenzie. Diving play by Kudelka to keep it in. There's a set by Bunkers right down the line. Nia Bunkers gets that kill right down the line. It's 11-9. North Polk cuts into that Tiger lead. Comet set to serve here. Serve is up, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set, back set to Stensrud. Big swing, past the block, gets it to go in. Stensrud with the kill. Stops the North Polk run. It's 12-9 Tigers. Aiden Gossick checks in for Kennedy Harms. And Kayla Lavender back to serve for Grinnell. Ball passed by North Polk. Tipped by the Comets over to Grinnell. Hart with a set. To McClellan, big swing. Tipped by North Polk. Played up by the Comets. There's the set. Bunkers sets it back. Hart sets it right back to McClellan again. Big swing by McKenzie. Hit back by North Polk. We're in play. There's a set now to Stensrud. Stensrud gets the ball blocked. Lands in and point for the Comets. And it is 12-10. Grinnell with the lead here in game number 4. Tigers lead the best 3 out of 5, 2-1. Peyton Westra set to serve now for North Polk. And there's a serve into the net. Tigers get the points, 13-10. Now Reagan Stensrud, the 5'10 senior, leads the team in aces, set to serve. Stensrud gets the serve up, bumped up by North Polk. Big swing by Rasmussen, blocked by Grinnell, but Grinnell tried to poke it over, could not do it, so Rasmussen gets the kill. And it's 13-11. Now Avery Hurt checks in, and Becca Agard checks in. So again, you got Krantz at 5'11 and Agard at 6'3 in the front row for the North Polk Comets. 13-11, Tigers with the lead. Here's a serve, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a short set to Gossick in the missile, blocked back by North Polk. Looked like Krantz got a piece of that one. And North Polk cuts lead to 1, 13-12 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. There's a serve by the Comets into the net. Coaching staff, a couple of them just put their head in their hands. Another point to the Tigers, just 14-12. Now Mackenzie McClellan set to serve for Grinnell, the senior. Puts the ball in play. That catches the back corner. Kudelka let it drop. Thought it was going to be long, but it landed in. And it's 15-12, Grinnell with the lead. Mackenzie McClellan, the senior, with a big ace here in game number 4. McClellan serving again, bumped up by North Polk. There's a set now to Agard, played over by Grinnell. Back set now to Stensrud, and they're going to call, I believe, a two-handed hit. Let's see, yep. So that's a violation. Point for North Polk, and it's 15-13. Emily Johnson checks in now for the front row for Coach Stephen Boss and the North Polk Comets, as Nia Bunkers, another senior, back to serve. Bunker serve, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over to Knowlton. Knowlton, big swing blocked by North Polk. Agard had it, but again, just got a piece of it. It falls on North Polk's side. Point for Grinnell. 16-13, Tigers with the lead here on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Game number 4. Our game's brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Also, check out those business card sponsors in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Agar with a big hit, blocked by Grinnell, played back over by the Comets. Up by Grinnell, blocked back by North Polk. There's a bump. Knowlton just gets it over, free ball for the Comets. A set to Johnson, tipped by Grinnell. Hart with a set, over to Knowlton, big swing, blocked back but out of bounds. That time Agar was there, got the block, but it blocks out of bounds, 17-13. North Polk is going to get a timeout. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
With rising premium costs, you might be tempted to pull back on how much insurance you carry. But But it's still important to have robust coverage from a company you can rely on in case disaster strikes. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. We've been a trusted source for quality insurance since 1909. We offer both personal and business insurance products, and we can help protect what you value most. You can trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual. For more information, visit grinnellmutual.com.
Back here at Grinnell High School, 17-13, Grinnell leads here in game number 4. Tigers have a 2-1 lead. Grinnell won the first game 25-22. North Polk won the second one 25-21. Grinnell won the third one 28-26. Kennedy Harms set to serve for the Tigers. Serve is up, bumped up by the Comets. Set to the side is Agard, gets the kill that time. Becca Agard, 6'3" senior right sider, gets a kill on the point for the Comets, and it's 17-14. Grinnell with the lead. Comets set to serve here. Serve is up. Played up by Grinnell. Hart with a short set to the middle. Lavender gets the swing. It's blocked by North Polk, but out of bounds. Looked like Jaden Uhl got that block, but it went out of bounds. It's a point for Grinnell. And it's 18-14. Isabel Hart, another senior. Tigers senior setter, back to serve. Hart serve. Misplayed that time by North Polk. Serve receive error by the Comets. It's 19-14. Tigers with the lead here in game number 4. Hart set to serve again. Ball bumped up by Johnson. Bunkers tries an attack from the back row and gets it to go. Ball was tipped at the net. I think it kind of fooled one of the Tiger players there, misplayed it. And Bunkers gets a kill from the back row attack, and it's 19-15. Quinn Nerum now into serve for North Polk. Nerum, serve is up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Hart chases it down. Going to be a free ball over. Stenzu with a swing. Bumped up by North Polk. Johnson with a serve with a kill. Blocked right back at her. Kendra Knowlton gets that block. And it's 20-15. Tigers with the lead. Knowlton checks out. Caitlin Smith checks in. Caitlin Smith, a 5'6" sophomore for Coach Zach Cerisa, set to serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's a set to the middle. Big swing by Rasmussen, played by Grinnell. Another attempt. Bunkers from the back row. Goes just wide. Bunkers' attempt goes just wide. 21-15. Grinnell with the lead. Steve Boss wants and gets a timeout. 21-15. Grinnell with the lead. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Back here at Grinnell High School, alongside Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni. Glad to have you with us for playoff volleyball on a Thursday night. Tomorrow night, we wrap up the football regular season. The Grinnell Tigers travel down to Fairfield to take on the Trojans. We'll have that game for you. Our pregame at 7 o'clock, kickoff at 7:30. We'll have that audio style, radio style only, tomorrow night right here on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Tigers lead 21-15 here in game number 4. They lead 2-1. Caitlin Smith serving now for Grinnell. Serve is up. Bumped up by the Comets. There's a set to the right side. Rasmussen gets the block back. Played by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over now to McClellan. Big swing by Mackenzie McClellan. Blocked by Uhl, but falls down on North Polk's side of the net. And it's 22-15. Tigers with the lead. Caitlin Smith set to serve. Bumped up by North Polk. There's a set now to Rasmussen. She takes a swing. Goes up, and there's a net violation, I think. They're going to call somebody in the net. Yep. One of the Tiger players brushed the net, so it's a point for North Polk. And Tigers lead 22-16. Ava Kudelka back to serve now for the Comets. Kudelka serve, up and over, bumped up by Grinnell. Hart with a set. Over now to McClellan. Big swing by McKenzie. Gets it to go. McClellan with the big swing. Tigers get the point. They lead 23-16. Kayla Lavender set to serve for Grinnell. Lavender puts it up. Bumped up by North Polk. Set back. Free ball over for Grinnell. They'll have a shot here offensively. Set now in the middle. McClellan with a swing. Played up by North Polk. There's a set. Over now to Bunkers. Bunkers with a big swing. Played up by Grinnell. It hit the center. You still play it. And Tigers keep it going. We're still playing. North Polk with a swing. Rasmussen with a swing. And that is dug out, but goes out of bounds. North Polk gets that point, and it's 23-17. Peyton Westra, the junior libero, defensive specialist, serving for North Polk. Serve is up and lands in. Tigers thought that might have been long, but it dropped in, and it's 23-18. Officials blowing the whistle just to get the Tigers to retrieve the ball. And here we go. Westra set to serve. Serve comes in, played up by Grinnell. Hart with a set over to Gosling. Gosling gets the ball down, tipped up and over by Bondurant Farrar. There's a set now. McClellan with a swing, tipped off by North Polk, played by the Comets. Back set to Rasmussen. She swings wide, and they want a tip. They don't get it, and we are at match point. Tigers lead 24-18 here in game number 4. They lead 2-1. Games go to 25, and Stensrud with a serve. Stensrud bumped up by North Polk. There's the set. Rasmussen serves it. It's long, and that is it. Tigers get the win, 25-18. They move on to the regional final next Tuesday. Probably against North Scott over at North Scott Eldridge. We'll wait to see if we get that score. Wow, Tigers in the regional final volleyball. Congratulations to Coach Zach Teresa and the Tiger players. We'll take this break, come back. Hope to have Coach Zach Teresa on our postgame. You're watching Playoff Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. Proline is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
My name is Tommy Hexter, and I'm running for the Iowa State House to represent Poweshiek and Tama counties. I will work to reinvest in our public schools, provide tax breaks and incentives for small farms and small businesses, enhance our state parks, and build healthcare access in our rural communities. I believe in a bright future for all Iowans. Learn more at hexterforiowa.com. Paid for by Tommy Hexter for Iowa.
Back here at Grinnell High School, we are going to be talking with a very happy and very excited Coach Zach Cerise. The Tigers get a 3-1 win over North Polk. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win. I was talking to North Polk coach Boss beforehand, and I'm sure you said this too, but it was like two teams so similar, very similar in a lot of ways, and Tigers just showed a lot of grit, and the lost that second, but came back and got the job done tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we were really excited to see that North Polk was going to be in our route. Not because it was going to be an easy game at all, but because we knew it was going to be a competitive game that could go either way, right? Like, that is a team that has consistently taken talented teams, run for their money. But I think we've done the same thing this season. So what it was going to be who is going to play better volleyball tonight. And I think tonight it was us, but man, that team was good.
Now, I mentioned in the pregame, they have 6'3" on one side and 5'11" blocker in the middle. I mentioned as I coach basketball, you tell your players go right at the big players. But in volleyball, you said last time that you try to go away from that, and you made a nice adjustment. You tried attacking those, didn't work, so then you started going away from that, and you got some success.
We because they're such a talented team. Like, our game of volleyball that we work so hard to play is meant to play against those really talented teams, right? So like our normal scheme worked for the most part. And actually, I do feel like we were beating her down the line a few times at the start. And then she kind of got mad at us and started blocking us on the line, and we had to adjust from there. But kudos to her for being like such a talent player that she could see that adjustment, or the coach from telling her to make whatever that ended up being. So you're right. Usually we would try to go away from the big kid, but we felt like we had her at the beginning there, and then at the end, yeah, we had to go away from her pretty quickly there.
Tigers played a pretty clean game for the most part. In games like this against evenly matched teams like in all sports, it comes down to something funny. In this case, unforced errors. And obviously they had more than you did. Your girls played a pretty clean game service-wise and service-wise tonight. I mean, there was a few blips, but for the most part, pretty clean.
I don't ever ding my kids for getting blocked, right? Like unless it was a ball they shouldn't have hit, which very rarely happens, because if it's a ball you shouldn't hit, we probably shouldn't have given it to you anyway, So, like, the blocks that North Polk were getting were good blocks, and I was very, very pleased with the swings we were getting. So, yeah, being aggressive, making the least amount of errors, but in our book, the block's not an error, and it helps us feel better about it, right? So, like, we get blocked, but we're not timid. We're not going to tip the next ball because we've trained ourselves in our gym that the block is just a block for the other team. It's no reflection on our ability. Should we make an adjustment? I mean, yeah, but, like, it doesn't feel any different to us than a normal positive error,
And, I mean, like I said, I've had daughters play, and, I mean, no matter how many times you get blocked, you obviously want your hitters to swing. But we talked about the difference. The big exciting kills, like Aiden had a couple, those are exciting and fun, but it's all about placement. Now, does your team, I was wondering, sometimes players sneak a peek, or sometimes their teammates tell them, or how do the players know where their teammates tell them where to hit it and what hole? Or
we tried doing the whole peripheral vision, seeing the block thing, and some kids get it, like for basketball players, so like for Aiden Gosling, for example, that eye work comes very naturally. It's a progression that's constantly moving in the game of basketball, so she kind of gets it. A few of the other kids that have played basketball get it, but for the most part, we rely heavily on our teammates and our communication skills. Like Kennedy, Caitlin Smith, Isabel, Kayla, even when she's covering our outsides, is calling for a shot. The coaches are yelling for it, and even if you don't listen to them, it's nice knowing that you can, like, when in doubt, just listen to them and trust your teammates, because they can see the game from a different angle than you can. And to be honest with you, I thought our shot selection was amazing tonight. I thought Reagan Stensrud's shot selection tonight was just absolutely bonkers. And, like, we had talked ahead of time about some shots that might have been open. And after the first two swings, I looked at her and she's like, "Coach, I got it." And we're like, "Okay, yep, keep going then." And I'm pretty sure she bounced at least 3 or 4 balls tonight, so that was pretty amazing to watch.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Move on to the regional final. Maybe the first time in school history.
As far as I can only go back to 2008 on the records, but that's as far as I can find it, yes.
So probably going to go to North Scott, facing North Scott over at Elridge, 2.5-hour drive. And, they're solid, no doubt about it. But you know what? This is why you lace them up way back in August and do all those camps for a situation just like this, a chance to go to state.
Would it be great to go to state? Oh, most definitely. But my girls set, like, step 1, step 2 goals, right? And our first goal was to make it to the regional championship. So as far as we're concerned, we're already winners. We want to win this game. It's not like we're going in and saying this is the peak of our performance, but it's nice knowing that we feel so good about what we've already accomplished. Now, North Scott is good. I mean, I coach Abby Hayes in the offseason. She is the real deal. In my opinion, she is probably the best player in Iowa right now. Going to Creighton, graduating in January to go play in Creighton, or December, excuse me, so that she can go play in January in Creighton. Talented kid, but I feel like a lot of teams look and say that's the only kid they have to stop, which is not true. They have a very talented right side. That setter can blast that ball from one pin to another pin, you know. So like we're gonna have to play good volleyball pin to pin, not just stick on the name everybody knows. So we're really excited for it.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations on the win. And, yeah, you had one more?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone and anyone for getting the Tiger Sports Stream Network here. Like, regardless of why the state does it, I was very grateful that the Tiger Sports Network was willing to come cover the game. We have a lot of people that watch a lot of places, and you guys do such an amazing job. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here while Grinnell's making history, and honestly, thank you to everyone who's listening that has contributed towards that. We are grateful for every single one of you, so thank you guys for everything.
I will tell you that we had a good contribution group and then I had two big sponsors that kicked it in the end that says, whatever it takes, just go ahead and do it.
Man, this community is amazing.
So
thank you guys.
It really worked out well for us. And, you know, of all nights, Zach, we were pushing 250, 260 people live with a packed gym.
Oh, my gosh.
How do you beat that?
Oh,
that
man, that's
right
crazy.
So
I just hope some of those viewers weren't North Scott.
You're going to wake up tomorrow morning and you'll pull this up and you'll be well over 1,000 views by the time it multiplies out. So great job. And, you know, I'd like to say thank you for you coming up here talking to us after ball games and talking before games. All of our sponsors, you know, if it wasn't for our sponsors, all season long, people wouldn't be able to sit and watch it for free. It's a little snafus, and I really wish that the Girls Athletic Union would do the same thing to boys. They just flat rated everything.
Oh, they did?
So boys,
that's nice.
It's $250. They got a couple little guidelines you have to follow, but it's nothing compared to the $400 you spent tonight. Plus, I got to lose 4 commercial spots to run PSAs for the Iowa Girls Union. So
I mean, 250 viewers, that's $2 a person for the whole thing, you know. So, like, I'm very pleased with the crowd, and, like, I think I've thanked people before, but at the end of the day, like, volleyball is a team sport, but we really feel like volleyball is a program sport. Like, our whole other teams, like, we said it was required to come tonight, but of course that doesn't necessarily mean they'll come. And I'm pretty sure we saw every single one of our high school volleyball players here, regardless of team. I saw the entire 8th grade team here, which is awesome for them to see. Like, that's going to be me next year. I'm just overjoyed with what the girls were able to accomplish tonight, and who is here to be able to witness it and know that that's the future of Grinnell volleyball.
So quite a few other sports too. Your football team was in good majority.
Oh, they were
and the
going
cross-country
crazy.
team were in good majority. So
I have never seen our student section so rowdy. That was absolutely bonkers.
Through the whole night.
You know, and that brings up a point. You know, we talk about crowd support and this and that, and people say, oh, it's a cliche. Sure, you feed off the energy, but players really do. I've coached basketball. When that crowd is into it, it just somehow gives those players that extra boost, and you've seen that, haven't you?
I mean, these are high school kids. Like, I remember when I was in high school, the greatest thing was when my coach would smile and high-five me. I mean, like, that meant the world. Or when I would do something and my teammates would literally pick me up in the air, you know. So, like, energy is everything. And I'm not going to lie, I looked up, and that third set when we were trading off points, like, extra points, you know, and I could just feel the student section, like, pretty much hovering over the court with their energy. And that is a feeling that I haven't ever had before in volleyball. Like, I've watched other teams have it. I've been a part of it, but I've never witnessed it and felt it from the bench. And that is a feeling that I am never going to forget. And I hope my girls noticed it too, because that's a legendary feeling right there. And I'm grateful for everybody.
All right, well, Coach, congratulations on the win again. Good luck. Regional final Tuesday night. Probably at North Scott, but anyway, good luck. And again, congratulations. Another history made here for Grinnell Tiger Volleyball.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That's Grinnell Tiger head volleyball coach Zach Cerisa on our post-game show. And we appreciate him coming up, and that'll wrap it up for our broadcast. For Dan Walker, I'm Chris Junior from Tiger Gym. Again, Tigers win the regional semifinal. They are in the regional final, the right to go to state next Tuesday. And this is high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is a violation of